Hey everybody. I know I was planning on talking about my summer in this next vlog, but things have been happening again, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about my depression. When everything first happened, I tried to keep things light, to make jokes, and as I said in one of my previous videos, sometimes it's laugh or cry, and it's easier to laugh than cry for me normally. But the depression really hit pretty hard once I ran out of sick days at my work, and I went from having money to being broke. Couldn't make my house payment, barely keep my phone on, barely keep the electricity on. I had help from the state with the electricity for a couple months. It's hard to stay positive when you feel like your world is crumbling about you. My doctor said I had PTSD and started prescribing depression meds. My anxiety disorder, which has been pretty slight most of my life, enough that I was able to overcome it mostly, has skyrocketed pretty bad. So now I'm on anxiety meds. Also, trouble sleeping at night because I can't shut my mind off because of everything that's going on. And while everybody rallied for me during those first months that I was in the hospital, I mean, they had a fundraiser for me. I was able to get a ramp built and part of my plumbing fixed, at least. It seemed like once I got home, people forgot about me, and while I'm still struggling monetarily, nobody wants to help. I have a GoFundMe page, which I'm not trying to use this as a way to get money, but I will put a link to my GoFundMe page down on the bottom into the description in case you do want to help. I'd love to be able to keep my house, but the whole point is that put my GoFundMe page up and I'll get some shares by people who can't afford to help, and I understand that. I mean, I'd help if I could to other people, but I'm in the same boat. Obviously, I can't because I can't even take care of myself. And the more problems I have, the deeper my depression goes. And the only reasons that I don't completely give up is my son. I mean, he's my life, and I would do anything for him. And I know if anything were to happen to me, with his dad being an over-the-road truck driver, he'd end up living with my parents, which, while it'd probably be good for him, I wouldn't want to do that to my retired parents. It's hard to explain. How do you explain depression? It's like this darkness just settles over you, and well, you want to be in a good mood, and you want to laugh and enjoy life. It's like a rain cloud over your head that just won't go away. Sometimes you can keep that outward appearance that everything's okay and you're still your normal self, but inside you're rotting away. I mean, you're being overwhelmed by the experiences and the troubles you're having. I don't know how to pull myself out of this funk, even with the meds. The thought of being around a whole bunch of people terrifies me because I feel like I have to act. I have to pretend, oh, everything's okay, when I know I'm getting ready to lose my house and I barely have food for my son, no money. God knows, just waiting for the electricity to get turned off and the cable and internet to get turned off. And it's a difficult thing. I mean, how do you explain depression to somebody who's never experienced it. I mean, and even my words aren't adequate enough to make people fully realize how deep it can go. On the surface, I can look like I'm having a great time and still making jokes and smile and as long as I'm around other people, but the second I'm alone, my son's at his dad's, I'm in the house all by myself, I'll fall apart. I'll cry myself to sleep. I'll cry before I sleep. The loneliness. I mean, part of the depression is you don't necessarily want to be around other people, but you kind of have to be to keep yourself from completely going under. Because it's all play acting. Everything's fine. Oh yeah, I'm having some trouble, but I'm pulling through. Depression is no joke, and it is a very difficult thing to get through. Right now, my son's in his room taking a nap. His dad will be here in any minute to pick him up. And I just want to bawl my eyes out. I mean, that's why I pulled out the camera and decided to start talking to you guys, hoping it would help. My heart feels like it's being ripped apart with all the problems I'm going through, and it's like drowning. It really is. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to pretend when you're all alone that everything's okay, because it's not. My words can't even accurately describe to somebody who's never been there what it is like. I mean, the funny thing is it wasn't so much losing my leg that put me in this depressive state. I mean, yeah, it was a big shock, but I was determined to make it through. What really put me in this state was when I started having money issues. I applied for Social Security disability, and I've been waiting over 6 months. Well, shoot, it's like 8 months now for some sort of response. And all I got is the medical portion of your claim is being analyzed. My leg's not going to grow back. I'm having such a hard time walking. The prosthetic leg, the temporary, hasn't fit since they freaking made it. So it hurts to wear all the time. They're measuring me for my permanent leg, and I hope to God that it works better and that I can get back into walking. I mean, I can walk now with crutches, but I certainly can't walk on my own 2 feet. Like I said, wasn't so much my leg that has depressed me, but the money issues and the worrying about keeping the house and paying the bills. And I caught up on my house payments with my tax refund, but I can't even pay next month's mortgage. And the funny part is it's not that much. My house payment's less than rent in the area, but I just don't have the money. And when I renew my short-term disability, because my work doesn't have long-term disability, but when I renew my short-term disability again in a couple weeks, I'll get even less money. And then I won't even have health insurance. That's the part that scares me, because not only will I not be able to get my meds, but my son, who has ADHD, can't get his meds. And oh my God, he's not going to make it through school. I'm just so worried. And I just don't know what to do. But thanks for listening to me rant and rave about my depression. Yay. I'll get back to the story of my summer soon. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Peace out.